Cavalry Portfolio Services is an aggressive third-party debt collector. They may be contacting you for a variety of reasons to collect payment upon debts such as unpaid phone bills, credit cards that have been charged off, medical bills, auto loans, and etc. This collection agency will also purchase junk debt accounts. These are old debts that have been sold from one collection agency to another. The most common method that Cavalry Portfolio Services will use to pressure you to make a payment is by reporting negative information about your account to the credit bureaus. If they do this, it will lower your credit score. It's important to know that the older your debt becomes, the less impact it will have on your credit score. The second most common method Cavalry uses is they will sell your debt account. Cavalry can add collection fees legally and then sell your account to yet another collection agency who also has the legal authority to report negative information to the credit bureaus about your debt. This is going to result in Cavalry Portfolio Services reporting negative information and a new collection agency reporting negative information, which is going to lower your credit score even more. The third method Cavalry uses is they will sue you. They can legally file a civil lawsuit against you for payment on this debt. If they win, they could have your wages or paycheck garnished or even get a lien placed against your home. Worst of all, you'll get a judgment on your credit report, which is one of the worst items you can have, just short of a bankruptcy. We have heard reports of people's credit scores dropping over 150 points because a judgment was added to their credit report. Fight back against Cavalry Portfolio Services and their collection methods. The first place to start would be by requesting debt validation. This is going to require that Cavalry show you documentation that they own the legal rights on your debt account. Experts say that 40% of these debt validation requests are not sufficiently responded to by the collection agency. This can be because the collection agency has poor record-keeping ability, or there are some rumors among the collection agency industry that even after an agency sells your account, they may still contact you for payment, which is entirely illegal, but it does happen. The second way you can fight back is by filing a dispute with the credit bureaus. You're going to need to file a dispute with each one of the credit bureaus. Once the credit bureaus get your dispute and find that it is valid, they are going to contact Cavalry Portfolio Services and ask them to verify your account and the information they have reported to the credit bureaus. It is estimated that over 70% of credit bureau investigations result in the creditor or debt collector not verifying the account, and according to federal law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, if an account is not verified, it must be erased from your credit report. Why does this happen so often? The reason is simple. Let's use a credit card for example. After 6 months of no payments on your credit card account, it will be charged off by the credit card company, who can then claim it as a tax deduction. This credit card company will also sell the account to a collection agency and of course report negative information to the credit bureaus. However, after 2 years, if you file a credit dispute, when the credit bureaus ask the credit card company to verify the account and the information on it, the credit card company has no financial incentive to verify your account. They have taken the tax deduction, They've sold your collection rights and sold your debt to another collection agency such as Cavalry Portfolio Services, so there's no benefit for the credit card company to verify the debt. Instead, they'd be spending money on man hours and even just record keeping. It is difficult to get the credit bureaus to find your credit dispute valid. However, they are required by the Fair Credit Reporting Act to investigate your credit dispute. Another method to fight back against Cavalry, and we only recommend this if the first two methods of requesting debt validation and disputing the credit bureaus does not work, you can enter into settlement negotiations. However, as part of your agreement and your settlement payment, you must get Cavalry Portfolio Services to agree that they will stop reporting your account information to the credit bureaus. This way, after you make your payment, you can go back and dispute your credit reports again. When the credit bureaus investigate and contact Cavalry to verify the account, Cavalry will not verify the account as per your settlement agreement and settlement payment. Then the last tip we have to offer is don't pay the full balance against Cavalry Portfolio Services. You may be shocked, but Cavalry only purchased your account for pennies on the dollar and thus is willing to settle for much less. 475